Hello and welcome back to day 4 of the 100 Days of Making Comics challenge. So, what are we going to talk about today? I have a few things I want to bring up. The first one is that the posting schedule for this series is going to be every day except on Wednesdays and Fridays. No. Back up. Every day except Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, that just means that there won't be a video that goes out on those days, but I will still be working on the comic. It'll just be more of a writing day, which isn't really something that I can show and speed up like a drawing. And it'll be a day also for me to relax and not have to worry about making and recording and doing art, because, and this is going to be like the topic sort of this video, is that I like to be kind to myself. I enjoy giving myself breaks, and sometimes that can be to my detriment when I don't moderate myself, but when it comes to things like this, I am okay with taking the occasional break. And with art, it's good to do that. If I was to do this challenge every day for 100 days, I'm sure by day 50, I would have gone out of my mind. For this, it's because it's stressful having to not just do art every day to a completeness standard that I hold myself to, which obviously is, for me personally, my completeness standard is what you see during these videos, because I'm posting them. I'm making a video, so I'm holding myself to a higher standard than if I wasn't making a video. And nothing is more apparent than this drawing, which took me I finagled with it for a lot of this video. I basically have the entire drawing done in like the first 4 minutes of it. Like, it's not a complicated drawing, but what I struggled with was the perspective of this drawing. And if I wasn't making a video out of it, I probably would have given up on the perspective a long time ago, because this is just a concept. This is just me trying to figure out what looks good and to put the image in my head of this location on paper so that I can look back at it and, recreate it and stuff like that. So if I wasn't making a video, I would have given up on this one long ago and just been like, that's good enough. I know what I meant with this. But I'm not. I'm recording it, and I'm making, a whole YouTube series on my art. And so I even subconsciously hold myself to a higher standard of quality. Now, that's not to say I'm breaking my back every day trying to make each of these pieces, a masterpiece, because I'm not crazy. But I know that if I was to do this every single day for 100 days straight, I would go crazy. And because it's not just drawing the video, or sorry, it's not just drawing what you see, but it is also, after I'm drawing it, I have to edit it, and I have to record these voiceovers that you hear, and I have to export it, and I also, while I'm doing these videos and I'm posting them and I'm making the thumbnail, I'm also writing, and I'm, prepping the story, and I'm also doing preliminary concepts and sketches and stuff, and I'm scouring for reference photos, and it's a lot more than what I show you in these videos. And so having the occasional break where I don't have to worry about drawing or making a video for 2 days out of the week is so beneficial to my mental and physical health. And that's just something that I think all artists should keep in mind when they're doing their art, because it is work, whether we like to think of it like that or not. It is something that takes, labor. It is manual labor in the loosest term, loosest definition of it. You do work. So, with that out of the way, I wanted to also talk about how these first concept drawings that I'm showing you, which are, the 4 videos that I've put out so far, and then the next couple of videos I'm going to put out until I start thumbnailing, it's all going to be imperfect drawings. Because I know that even though I am recording them and I'm posting them, it's not going to be the comic, and so it doesn't have to be as good as I can make it, because this is just for me, whether you guys are seeing it or not. It is just for me, just so I know what things are going to look like, what locations are going to look like, how characters are going to stand, and what their faces look like, and their colors, and contrast, and all of that. That is all for me, and so I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it to be legible. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I have the entire drawing done very early on in the video, and the rest is me finagling with it. And what gave me the most trouble was the perspective, because you don't see it, but I have another file of reference photos, like how I had them in the last video, of real life motels and stuff that I'm drawing inspiration from, and sometimes stealing the perspective directly from those drawings, or not those drawings, those photos. But the thing is that I'm using a bunch of reference photos that have a bunch of different perspectives and taken at different angles and stuff, so I have to make up a lot of the perspective. And when that comes down to like drawing the grass and figuring out the edges of the parking lot and figuring out the roof situation on both of these buildings, it's a struggle. I just struggle a lot in the process of making art, whether it turns out good in the end or not. It's always a struggle with things like this. And this drawing also helped me solidify the direction that I want to take the aesthetic of the comic. and I'm strongly leaning towards doing a limited color palette comic where most of the shadows and such is made up of the line work and just solid inking, and then it'll have, you know, just unshadowed colors underneath, sort of like how I did it here. And I think that will be a good medium between a black and white comic and a fully colored rendered comic. There's not going to be any rendering here. This concept is going to be way more painterly than the actual comic is going to be. When I start doing more character turnaround sheets and all of that, that's when I'm going to start really figuring out how, like, which brushes I'm going to use, and if I'm going to use any filters over the colors in order to make it look more grainy or more whatever. So that's really all I have to say for this video. It's kind of a short one, and I feel like a lot of these are going to be pretty short, me just rambling. Others are going to be quite longer if I have much more to say about my process or what I'm going to do in the future and stuff like that. But yes, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And, well, actually, hold on. No, I don't think so. If tomorrow is Thursday, then I will not see you tomorrow. I will see you on Friday. Because once again, I won't be posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.